Are the Chicago Bears having Caleb Williams emulate Matthew Stafford? Interesting tidbit coming in from Albert Breer that I want to talk about on today's show. Also, is Roschon Johnson getting his opportunity? Big year coming up for Roschon. Don't forget to subscribe and join us this afternoon, our first live show in about a week and a half, as I missed some time last week. So be sure to join us at 4 o'clock Central Time. So subscribe, turn on those notifications. We'll see you then as well. But coming up, we got a lot to get into, so stick with us. All right, Albert Breer had a couple of interesting nuggets when it comes to the Bears' plan and how they've been attacking Caleb Williams' development under this new regime led by Ben Johnson. Here is what Breer had to say. He said, after welcoming every piece of criticism in an effort to get better, that allowed the staff to move quickly to a lot of the Lions tape to give Williams an idea of what Johnson would be bringing from Detroit with him, and Matthew Stafford film to bring visuals to what they try to work him toward technique and fundamentals-wise. And look, the first part's not surprising, right? Like, obviously they're going to have some Lions offense concepts, even though Ben Johnson said they're, building this offense up from the ground, building around Caleb's talents. There's obviously going to be some concepts from Detroit that he likes. That shouldn't surprise anyone. So, of course, they're going to study that. But the Stafford piece of this is pretty interesting because Ben Johnson was never Matthew Stafford's OC. Now, I do want to make the note, they did overlap. Ben Johnson was a quality control coach in 2019 and then became the tight ends coach through 21, and obviously Stafford was there through 2020. So they do know each other. There was some overlap. But in terms of when Ben became the OC, he only coached Jared Goff, at least as the starting quarterback in Detroit. So I don't really think the Stafford part of it is as much like his Lions tape necessarily. I think it's more of like Ben has been around Stafford, who stylistically is pretty close to Caleb in terms of what they can do from a physical standpoint, right? Like there's overlaps in their game. Stafford's a little taller. He's like 6'3", 215. Caleb's 6'1", 215, but similar stature. Both, especially peak Stafford, good athletes that can move. Caleb, a little bit better athlete, but both have immense arm talent, right? The different arm angles, the arm strength. And I think from the fundamentals, I'm sure a lot of what they're walking through is just what Stafford does well from a physical standpoint, playing the quarterback position and doing some different things. And if you remember, Caleb Williams, after the NFL Top 100 last year came out, was pretty vocal about Matt Stafford and his opinion of him. He said, I was not happy about his top 100 ranking. I don't think I can name two quarterbacks that play the position better than Matthew Stafford. He's mentioned Stafford as a guy that he's taken some parts of his game from in the past. Obviously, Rodgers was another guy that Caleb studied a lot growing up as well. And I think one area that Caleb and maybe the Bears and Ben Johnson are working him through, in addition to the fundamentals like the different arm angles, little things post-snap, the footwork certainly is one I'm sure they're studying because Stafford is a left foot forward guy as well, which they're trying to implement with Caleb here. But the eye manipulation, I think Stafford is one of the best in the league at manipulating linebackers, safeties, especially in zone coverage concepts of, hey, I'm going to look this guy off and fire one in there after. And that is the beauty of having elite arm talent. You don't always have to throw with immense anticipation. Like Tua has to do that because he's got a noodle arm. So he's got to throw the ball earlier than other quarterbacks because he doesn't have that rocket launcher. Stafford does. Caleb Williams does. So if Caleb can get better at identifying coverages post-snap, and understanding where to look off certain players to find an opening, especially in the middle of the field, I think that is an area of growth that could definitely come, and an area that studying Matt Stafford, I would imagine that pops up all over the tape when they're going through those exercises. So I think that's pretty interesting. We know Caleb likes Stafford in his game, and so the fact that they're utilizing that, and Ben obviously has some experience with him as well, I think that was pretty noteworthy. Like, obviously they're going to watch Lions tape. There's going to be conceptual things that Ben brings over, but mentioning Stafford specifically, I thought was something that was definitely noteworthy and caught my attention. How excited are you for the upcoming season? Scale of 1 to 100, 100 being you are absolutely fired up, 1 being you don't care, you're a Packers fan. Let us know down in the comment section below. Want to support QB1 and represent his jersey? Rock it on yourself. Chatsports.com/Caleb jersey. You can get a Caleb Williams number 18 jersey today for just $100. Most of these jerseys, 120, 150, sometimes $200, depending on the kind of like the style. These are authentic Nike jerseys from our partners, Fanatics. Chatsports.com/Caleb jersey. Don't know how long this price will be available, so definitely take advantage of that. Okay, let's talk running backs here. Roschon Johnson, is he in line to be RB2? Albert Breer believes that Roschon has a real shot at earning a big role. Here's what he had to say. He did a little mailbag article, and someone asked him about the Bears running back situation. He said, I think he, talking about Ben Johnson, gives Roschon Johnson a shot to win a legit role in this offense. I'm intrigued to see how that looks. Johnson was stuck behind Bijan Robinson at Texas, has struggled to find his footing over his first 2 years as a pro, but he's got ability and a clean slate. He also complements DeAndre Swift nicely. And I do think, like, in an ideal world, his play style does fit with Swift nicely, right? More of that thumper between the tackles runner. I'd like him to have a little more shiftiness, which I feel like we saw some his rookie year, not as much last year. But you look at his 2 seasons, I thought his first year as really the third back on the team after Khalil Herbert and, gosh, I'm trying to think. At that running back room at that time, it wasn't even Swift, but he was basically an RB3 that year. I thought he showed good promise, well over 4 yards per carry, was reliable in short yardage, had 34 catches, and then his numbers just plummeted across the board last year, other than touchdowns, because he was very good, like on the goal line at plunging into the end zone. But I still think there's something there. I don't know how much. Like, can he be a true, like, Robin to a Batman at least, or can he be a 1A, 1B? I don't know about that. Like, I like him more as like an RB3 thumper role that can do some dirty work on special teams, but maybe for this team, and especially with this running back depth chart right now, the opportunity is certainly there, right? Like, I don't think he can unseat DeAndre Swift and be the primary runner, but am I supposed to be shocked if he's better than Kyle Monangai, who's a rookie 7th rounder, or Ian Wheeler or Travis Homer? Certainly not. And if you pay close attention to the running back drills, those clips that emerge on social media from reporters, he's second in the drills behind DeAndre Swift. And then it goes Homer, then it goes Monangai. Wheeler's not out there yet because of the ACL, but I don't think that's coincidence. I think that's kind of the pecking order right now. And I think it's a make or break training camp coming up for Roschon. When the pads come on, if he can kind of show his physicality and be that reliable between the tackles runner, I could see him being RB2 on this team. He flashed as a rookie. My main concern is, A, he's not as shifty as I thought he would be coming out of Texas, and maybe I'm a little scarred from his utilization last year. Ryan Poles certainly seems to think he was misused last year, so jury's still out on that front. But B, he does have multiple concussions, and his play style is that of embracing physicality, right? Like, I go back to his first game as a pro. He ran over that linebacker for the Packers. Like, okay, like, this guy is not backing down, but you already have some concussion issues. Like, you're going to lower that helmet and just truck people consistently and not suffer head injuries? Like, I hope so. That would be ideal. But, we just don't know. So we'll see what the next few months look like. We'll see if the Bears roll with this current running back room. Sounds like they're certainly giving these guys opportunity. But, I think right now he's at least in pole position to be RB2. We'll see if that ends up being the case come week 1. Who will be the running backs RB or the Bears RB2? Who do you think it is? I think it's pretty clear, unless they make a big trade, Swift is going to be RB1, unless they go get a James Cook or a Kenneth Walker or something like that. But who is going to be that second guy behind DeAndre? I feel like it's either Roschon or Monangai. I don't think it's anyone else, so we'll just have to wait and see. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We'll be live this afternoon, 4 o'clock Central Time, breaking down more around these Chicago Bears, so stay tuned for that, and bear down.